Welcome back to Where on Earth. Russia is the largest country on Earth. It stretches across 11 time zones from Eastern Europe to the Pacific Ocean. It has more land than any nation in history, more coastline than any country alive today. Vast forests, enormous rivers, immense oil and gas reserves, minerals, farmland, and Arctic access. By size alone, Russia should be unstoppable. Yet for centuries, Russia has behaved like a country under geographic pressure. Why? Because large territory and useful geography are not the same thing. Act 1. The illusion of size. On a world map, Russia looks dominant, but maps exaggerate northern countries. Much of Russia lies in harsh latitudes with severe winters, short growing seasons, and remote landscapes. Huge areas of Siberia sit on permafrost, ground frozen year after year, building roads, pipelines, railways, and cities. There is difficult and expensive. Territory exists. Usable territory is another matter. Much of Russia's population and economy cluster in the west near Europe, where the climate is milder and infrastructure older. Beyond that core lies enormous distance. Distance can protect a country, but it can also drain it. Act 2. The warm water problem. Russia has coastlines on the Arctic, Baltic, Black Sea, and Pacific, but geography complicates each of them. The Arctic freezes and remains difficult for much of the year. The Baltic exits through narrow passages controlled by other states. The Black Sea exits through the Bosporus, controlled by Turkey. The Pacific coast lies far from Russia's European heartland. This helps explain one of the oldest themes in Russian strategy, the search for reliable warm water access. From czars to modern leaders, ports mattered because ports connect power to the wider world. Some wars that seem ideological also make geographic sense when viewed through this lens. Crimea, for example, contains Sevastopol, home to Russia's Black Sea Fleet. Warm water naval access has shaped Russian priorities for generations. Act 3. The flat frontier. Russia's western plain holds major cities, transport routes, and productive farmland. It is also open terrain with few major natural barriers. Napoleon invaded across this corridor in 1812. Hitler invaded across it in 1941. Geography remembered both. This vulnerability encouraged a recurring desire for buffer zones between the Russian core and rival powers. Security policy often followed terrain more than ideology. Act 4. Climate change and the next map. Warming temperatures may open Arctic shipping routes and make some northern land more usable, but thawing permafrost also damages roads, pipelines, buildings, and industry already built on frozen ground. Geography gives with one hand and takes with the other. Russia's story is not only about politics or leaders, it is about frozen ground, vast distance, narrow chokepoints, open plains, and the struggle to turn size into strength. The largest country on Earth has spent centuries trying to solve problems created by its own map. Subscribe to Where on Earth for weekly geography that reveals the forces shaping nations. Because the world looks very different when you understand the geography behind Russia.